Hi babes, today I'm going to be showing y'all my Clawdeen collection. I was debating who I was going to do next, but I think it just makes sense if I do the core 4 first. The core 3. And then for Bratz, the core 4. I just don't know who I'm going to do after Chloe because I don't have that many of the same character that are other characters. So like let's say Megan, I don't have a lot of Megans. Or Kiyumi, for example, I don't have a lot. Please let me know if you are a Bratz collector or a Bratz fan. Who should I do next after Chloe? Just because I'm not too sure yet. But today, I'm going to be showing y'all Clawdeen. So a little fun fact is growing up, I actually had the most Clawdeen dolls in my collection. And the reason why I remember that is because I'm still trying to recollect the dolls that I sold from my childhood. And I went back on my old listings and stuff. I was counting and I realized that I had most Clawdeens in my collection. So yeah, I actually didn't realize how much I loved Clawdeen as a kid. Clawdeen was never one of my favorite characters. Purple was my favorite color growing up. I loved purple. I wore purple all the time. And I used to shop at Justice too, and Justice always had purple things. I guess because I was a purple lover that attracted me to get a lot of Clawdeens. But yeah, I had a lot, and the only Clawdeens that I'm missing from my collection from when I was a kid is I think only one more, and that is Save Frankie Clawdeen. Otherwise, I have almost every single one that I had as a kid. I don't have every single Clawdeen, but let's get started. Okay, a little thing that I didn't even know is I don't have that many Clawdeens in the box. I'm like, girl, what? Because I was looking on the top shelf up there. If y'all seen my room tour, my collection, you guys know I have a bunch of dolls on the top, and I didn't see any Clawdeens. I was like, girl, what? So I only have 3 Clawdeens in the box. So I'm like, that's gonna change. My next one that I really want in the box is Dawn of the Dance. This Clawdeen I got in 2014, and this is the original 2010 Gold Elastic Clawdeen. I unboxed this Clawdeen. I was in 6th grade. I had some money that I saved up, and I bought her and first edition Abby, and after orchestra practice, or whatever it was, I had this show, because we were forced to take orchestra, and I remember they came the same day, and I unboxed this Clawdeen. I used to have a YouTube channel at the time when I was 11, 12. I had a YouTube channel pretty much my whole entire time I've been collecting Monster High, but I remember filming unboxing her. I don't have that channel anymore. I deleted it a long time ago. So I've had her for a really long time. This one was one of my most anticipated Clawdeens, just because I didn't have her when she was first released, but I'm glad that I kind of grew up with her. I was 11, I think. Yeah, so it's been some time having her. I've had her for 10 years in my collection. When I was younger, I put a bunch of baby powder in her hair, and it's still there. I have never cleaned her, you guys. I don't like to touch my old dolls just because they are old and I don't want to mess with them. You know what? Maybe one day I will restore all my dolls. I do love first edition Clawdeen. For Halloween, I actually really wanted to be Clawdeen. And Dolls Kill was selling an outfit, but that was like $100 something. I'm like, girl, no. I do want to cosplay as Clawdeen one day because I just love the outfit that she's wearing. One of my dreams is to collaborate, not really collaborate, but I really want to get PR from that company that makes the Monster High shoes. I've reached out to them, but they haven't said anything. Maybe because I'm mostly a targeted Bratz YouTube channel, but I post a lot of Monster High, so I don't know. But yeah, here's Clawdeen. She is the gold elastic, and she does have the slip-on hands. She does have the slip-on, and what I mean by slip-on is that these ones aren't pegs. They literally slip in the joint. Next, this one is my duplicate of first edition Clawdeen. This one I got earlier this year, and she is unfortunately missing one of the necklaces, her jacket, of course. I think that's it, because she does have her pet, Crescent, and her purse, and her stand. She's just missing 2 things. She is black elastic, and then her arms are the pop-out socket joints. It's kind of a tongue twister. Pop-out socket joints. That just sounds weird. I have her next to my inbox Clawdeen, which I'll show you in a second, but I love having duplicates. I do want to get another Clawdeen just because I want to dress all my first edition duplicates in the fear leading outfits, so I really want Clawdeens, so I need to look for another Clawdeen in the meantime. But yeah, I do need to complete this one. Girl, I need to hurry up. I took out all the glue seepage out of her hair. That's why her hair is so straight. straight. I don't like her hair straight like this. I like the volume to it, so I do need to fix that. This Clawdeen really gives me a lot of nostalgia. Like just the core 3 give me a lot of nostalgia. I have lovely Clawdeen in the box. This Clawdeen and the others I showed you are from 2010. There are certain batches that are from 2011, but I don't know if my black elastic is from that era. I have no idea. Late 2010, I'm guessing. Because the ones with gold elastic are early 2010, and this Clawdeen is the gold elastic as well. It does have a lot of damage on the top, so I do want to get a new one. Obviously, I'll keep this one. I got this one for very, very cheap. I got her and Draculaura for about $140 for both. 2 years ago. It was a steal. I have gotten 2 doubles of first edition Draculaura in the box. One was locally and then one was from this lot. And Clawdeen, I'm hoping to get that luck because I do want to get a new one in the box since this one does have a lot of damage. It's not terrible. It's there. Face is really wonky, but it's okay. I just never expected to get her in the box along with my other ones. I have a whole video of me showing y'all my entire completed inbox first edition collection, so please check that out. But yeah, so this one is the gold elastic. I know that because I actually had to replace her brush. Her brush is missing when I bought her, and this one is actually from my Clawdeen from my childhood. This one is her brush, and I put it in here because why do I want this incomplete? I'll probably take it out if I ever sell her. I don't think I will. That's only if I get a new one. But as for now, I'm leaving it like this, and that is it for my first edition Clawdeen. Next, this one is my favorite Clawdeen in my collection, Donna the Dance. Donna the Dance is very lovely, and I did take out all the gel from her hair, which cringes my soul. I have actually a double of this Clawdeen. This is my double, and I have no idea where I put her arms at. I have not been able to find them. This Clawdeen that I have is black elastic, and I wonder what elastic this one is. Probably the same one. There are differences with the 3-pack versus the single-pack Clawdeen, and I do want a double of the single-pack dolls from Donna the Dance. So like Cleo, I have the second release of the single batch, but I want the very first one. And then Frankie, I have the inbox and then the 3-pack. Yeah, so Clawdeen, I have the 3-pack of her, and this one that I have is also from the 3-pack. Actually, I think this might be the single-pack one. And I say that because the eyes look pretty different, and I'll show y'all that in a second. Let me just try to figure out what elastic this one is. I think it's black. Oh, so this one is white. I don't mean to give y'all a cooch shot. It's white. There are some first edition dolls that are white elastic, like one of my Frankies is. I wonder if that batch is from a certain time in 2010. Because Donna the Dance is released in 2010. I don't know what specific time the 3-pack was released. I just wonder. I know it really does not matter. Like, the elastics don't matter. You guys, that took a lot longer than it should have to put on her dang dress again. So if you look at these two, the faces look completely different, and it could be just the eye placement, but for the single pack ones, I have seen a lot more of these faces on that version of it. I would really love the first batch of Clawdeen and also Cleo, but this one is from the 3-pack, and also you guys, I noticed how short mine's string is on the belt. I don't know why. But also for the single pack, Clawdeen, she does come with her purse, and the 3-pack is missing. Becca, are you okay? The 3-pack is missing this purse, but she does have the phone. If you're ever wondering, like, oh, I don't know what Clawdeen I'm buying, maybe check the faces, but I have seen some single-pack Clawdeens that have this face. So I don't know. But if they're missing the purse, then they could just be missing the purse. I haven't really gone into full detail, but if you guys want me to make a video about that, I would gladly love to. But anyway, this is Donna the Dance Clawdeen. I got this Clawdeen a long time ago with Frankie and Draculaura for an incredible price. They even came with the box that they came with, and I still have it. I didn't want to ever throw it away. This one doesn't have any gel anymore. I love it when my dolls have gel, and I don't know why I washed this one's out. I'm so mad about that. But yeah, I'm very picky with that. I do hope to fix this one day and have good gel. But I love Dawn of the Dance Clawdeen. She is my favorite, and I love Clawdeen with the bob. I think she eats, especially this green and purple theme. I've always wanted this doll. I never had her growing up, and she was one of the first few dolls that I got when I started recollecting. And lastly, from the 2010s is Gloom Beach Clawdeen. This one is from the 5-pack, and I also would really like the single pack ones. And with those ones, you can definitely tell the differences, especially in the faces. I don't know too much about the outfits. I think they might be identical. But growing up, I have always had the 5-pack. This one isn't my original one, but this one is very, very cute. My Gloom Beach dolls are like one of my most beat up dolls. But I do like this Clawdeen. She's very also nostalgic to me. I just love the older Monster High dolls. They just bring me back to so many memories growing up. And like I've told y'all, like I used to be on monsterhighdolls.com. It was like a blog page. I used to always post on there and I miss it. I wish the website was still back up. I should have saved all my photos from there, but I didn't. This doll unfortunately has dealt with a lot of bad glue seepage. It has been coming back and coming back and coming back, and it's kind of like oily now, so I definitely need to rewash her, and her face is pretty oily too. But I do like Gloom Beach. Like I said, I really would like the first batch of them too, but I always prefer the ones in the packs, especially Gloom Beach. I think they look a lot better. And she does come with her frisbee. Like, look how cute. I really like her. Now we are in 2011, one of my favorite Monster High eras, and surprisingly, they didn't really release a lot of dolls for Clawdeen. They only have 3. So this is my second favorite Clawdeen. She's like in between. Dawn of the Dance is my favorite, but also in between this one and first edition. I love this Clawdeen. I had this Clawdeen growing up, and this is Schools Out. Some people like to say Wave 2. Schools Out just seems a lot cooler. Also, y'all, I'm wearing purple for Miss Clawdeen. Even though gold's your favorite color, Miss Girl. I'm sorry, I don't have any golds. So I actually restored this Clawdeen, I would say about over a year ago. And what I did was re-sewed her bangs. So I really love my dolls to have a sleek look. The reason why a lot of them don't look so sleek is because I get lazy to wash them. And I have been collecting Monster High dolls as an adult for 5 years. Some dolls I haven't got since that time. Like, I've had her for 5 years, and I decided to rewash her, and she looks a lot better. Some of these I have not. Like, let's say Ghouls Rule, I have not restored. Also, you guys can tell just based off right now, Dawn of the Dance. But yeah, some of these I have not restored in a long time. But this one I did because I actually really like this doll. But she is so gorgeous. Clawdeen eats with a high pony. She was Ariana before Ariana was Arianing. I would really love to collect Schools Out in the box, but a lot of Schools Out dolls are very, very expensive. For like what reason? I don't know. But yeah, that's also one of my dream lines to collect in the box. This Clawdeen I got a very long time ago, like I said. I think I might have paid around like $25 for her back in 2020, which was pretty expensive back at that time, but either way, I'm still really happy. At least I don't have to overpay for her now. I very much adore her. I really love this outfit and this purple too. It just really all collects together, and I'm so obsessed with it. Next up is the first release of Dead Tired Clawdeen. This Clawdeen brings me so many memories with my grandpa. I'm very close to my grandparents, and I've mentioned this story to y'all before, but I'm gonna say it again. I remember getting this doll from Toys R Us. Me and my grandpa went, and he always bought me like the expensive sets. So I grew up with my dad, and my dad, I don't think he bought me any of like the expensive sets besides 13 Wishes Spectra set, and I think he might have bought me Frankie's bed, but like the Dead Tire sets were very expensive. My grandparents always bought me those sets. I remember getting that with him, and also Laguna Blue's Hydration Station. He just bought me a lot of dolls. We went together, and every time I look at her, I think of that memory with him. I used to have this pillow, like for myself. You guys know, like that pillow. I don't know what happened to it. I remember bringing it with me to go camping in like 5th grade because we had like this camping thing, and I brought it with me. No shame in my game. I loved Monster High, and I still do. But I love this set. Clawdeen's bed set is like one of my most memorable sets growing up, and I thought this was from 2012, but it's not. She's from 2011. I just love this era of Monster High. Like, nothing can ever beat it. And I love the long hair. I actually came across another Dead Tired Clawdeen locally at a thrift store, and I had that one for the longest time. I finally parted ways because I'm like, why do I need two? I would love them in the box, but those boxes are freaking huge. Like, I have such a hard time with 13 Wishes Spectre. Like, I couldn't imagine this damn Clawdeen or Laguna set. But overall, I do love this doll. I love everything about Dead Tired. That collection will always eat. And she's really, really pretty. I love the softer purple makeup. I really have no complaints about her. I think because I grew up with Monster High, I can't really criticize the older dolls just because I love them so much. But when it comes to like Bratz or like the newer Monster Highs, like, yes, I'll criticize those. But the older ones, yes, they are kind of lacking detail in certain ways, but I don't really view them as that. I just love everything about them. Lastly, from 2011, this is Sweet 1600 Clawdeen. And fun fact, you guys, this Clawdeen, well, this one isn't my original one. Sweet 1600 was my first Clawdeen ever in my collection when I was a kid, because I only had Frankie and Draculaura from first edition, and then I got her along with Holt. Yeah, she was my first one. I remember getting her at Walmart, and I was really happy to get her. I wonder why I got her. If you guys ever like grew up with Monster High dolls, do you ever wonder why like your little self picked a certain doll? You're like, like, why did I pick her instead of Frankie? Or, you know, for example, like, I wonder why I picked Clawdeen. Was she the only one there? I don't know. They did. I do love this nude lip and the gold eyeshadow. I don't have this one in the box, unfortunately. From Sweet 1600, I only have Draculaura and Cupid. That's the only two that I have in the box. So next, I do want to get Clawdeen, Claude, and Frankie. Okay, you guys. So literally 2012 was like the era for not even Clawdeen, but for Monster High. So from Ghouls Rule all the way to Coffin Bean is all from 2012. So let's get started with that era. Ghouls Rule. This Clawdeen is definitely not one of my faves. Sorry, babes. Yeah, I had this one growing up. This one isn't my original one. The only original Clawdeen that I have from my childhood collection is only first edition. Ghouls Rule is not one of my favorite doll lines, but I do love that movie. It's a really good movie. This Clawdeen unfortunately has discoloration, and she is getting glue seepage. I get scared to fix my dolls with glue seepage if they have flocking, but she definitely needs some work, you guys. Like, she is not looking too good. Or I definitely do want to get a new one because this one just does not look good. See, my problem is I like to buy a new one and not deal with the old one. That's so bad. I have no comment. I don't really like Clawdeen with purple hair besides Skulltimate Roller Maze and Skull Shores. I don't really like this purple on her. It kind of like washes her out, and especially her lip is the same as her hair color. I don't think it looks good together. I think they should have done different color palette with her, but she's still very nostalgic to me. I am in love with all of the older Monster High dolls just because, like I said, I grew up with them, and it's kind of hard for me to hate on them, you know, as I've been collecting other dolls. Like, they could have definitely put more potential. I think Frankie is the best from Ghouls Rule. She looks so gorgeous. And also Abby. Not really the biggest fan of Cleo. I think she's my least favorite, and Cleo from Ghouls Rule. But I do love the long hair. Like I said, I just need to really restore this one. And she does have some yellow discoloration, you guys. Like, can y'all see that? That ain't looking too good for you, girl. But don't worry, I'll fix you. I don't know when, but I'll fix you, girl. One day. Next up, this is Skull Shores. This Clawdeen was only released in the 5-pack. And what's so stupid about that 5-pack is that there was already a Ghoulia. If you guys were collectors back then, y'all remember Ghoulia was like the most populated, let's just say. She was everywhere. There was so much of her. If y'all watched Mommy and Gracie, they seen Skull Shores Ghoulia everywhere. But Skull Shores Ghoulia is actually very gorgeous. And there is a difference with the 5-pack Ghoulia and the single-pack Ghoulia. I never owned the 5-pack as a kid. I only had Abby, Ghoulia, Laguna, and Black and White Frankie. So I didn't have this Clawdeen, nor the Cleo, or the color version of Frankie. I got this Clawdeen back in 2021, I believe, or 2022. It's one of my Monster High lots. I really like this Clawdeen. My friend from my childhood had her, and I always wanted her. My grandparents bought me the Gloom Beach 5-pack, but other packs, I never got the 5-pack at all because it was very, very, very expensive. But I'm happy that now I'm older, I was able to get her. I think I got her locally along with Frankie, and Cleo I actually had to buy from eBay. I love this purple on her. I don't like the pastel purple on her. And I love the green they started giving her. I think Clawdeen looks great with green hair, and I really have no complaints. This stand I actually got from a lot a long time ago, so all of my school shores have their stands. And I actually completed my school shores on my birthday last year, so now I had the whole entire set, and for the longest time I didn't have the entire set, so yeah, I'm glad to have Clawdeen. I really love the School Shores movie. That movie eats. This is Little Dead Riding Wolf, and she is from the Scary Tales line. I never had this one growing up, always wanted this one growing up. Scary Tales is super pretty, and I feel like that line is very underrated besides Draculaura. Like, hello, why is Draculaura like over $100? She's the only one that I'm missing, and I'm so sad that I don't have her yet. I love Frankie from this line, but Clawdeen also very much eats. I need to restore this beauty, but I've had her since 2021, so it's been quite some time owning her, and that was the last time I restored her. If y'all see like my older TikToks, I do show y'all like me restoring my dolls, but I don't really do that much anymore just because I get lazy. But the only thing that I really don't like about this doll is how dark her eyeshadow is. I really don't like that. I feel like they should have went a little lighter, or they should have made the lip darker and then the eyeshadow lighter. But she's still really pretty. I still really adore her a lot, and she's here. I think these lines are so cute. Like, the simple lines are like always the cutest ones. Next time I restore her, I am going to sew in her bangs because I don't like this rubber band look. I don't think that looks the best personally, especially since these rubber bands are disintegrating, and I hate how they disintegrate. So don't ever get hair elastics from Walmart or Dollar Tree, babes. I don't ever recommend it. Unfortunately, over time, a lot of Monster High shoes get like this pink discoloration, and it really sucks. I don't even know how to get rid of it because it just stains it so much. I think the acne cream might help it, but I'm not too sure. I know the Monster High gargoyles, I've told y'all, those are prone to those freaking pink discoloration. I have no idea why. Maybe one day I'll fix them, but it really doesn't bother me. Like, you guys can't even like tell. But that's really the biggest imperfection about her. Otherwise, this doll is in really good condition. I believe I got her locally from this doll lot. I got a lot of dolls from doll lots. It came in clutch over the years. I think I paid an incredible price for her. You guys, my freaking Clawdeens keep falling down. I am beefing with them. They're gonna stay like that. I'm beefing with them. But anyways, this doll I always thought was from 2013, but it's not. This is Scarus Clawdeen. Got like this Scarus lot with like almost all the dolls for such a steal. Oh my goodness, so many dolls I've gotten. But unfortunately, her hair looks like this. Ooh. Anyway, I love Scarus Clawdeen. I did own Scarus Clawdeen growing up, and I think we might have gotten her on sale for a really good price. I love my dolls when they still have the rubber bands like this, and what I did was just try to mimic that. I just need to fix these curls in her hair. They're not terrible, but they need to look better for sure. This Clawdeen is from the Sister 2-pack. She came with Howleen. She's pretty basic, honestly. I do love her hair though. Her hair kind of got squished, and she has a lot of glue seepage too. I definitely need to restore her. I got her in a lot with Claude from Sweet 1600. So it was her, Howleen, and then Claude for like $35. So a lot of these I did get for a really good price, and in doll lots too. Doll lots really comes in clutch, y'all. But I used to own this one as a kid. I really liked her. I just hate how bad the glue seepage gets, you guys. And I also have a really hard time curling my doll's hair. I need to do that soon. But I do love the green, and then I like how they came back with this purple. I think this Clawdeen was released before the School Shores. They're all from 2012, so it doesn't matter. But I do like her. I just wish they gave her more because this is pretty basic. I guess kind of more targeted towards Howleen. I think it would have made more sense if they released her just by herself instead of this Clawdeen, because if you think about it, this Clawdeen is kind of pointless. Like, she's here, she's Clawdeen, but why is she here? I don't know. I really like her hair. I think that's my favorite thing about this doll, especially when it's really curly, but right now it's obviously not. She's pretty rough looking. I don't know. How do y'all feel about this Clawdeen? Do you think she's kind of useless? She's just here. But I do love her hair, y'all. Alrighty, so we are still in 2012. Ghouls Alive, Clawdeen. I actually really do like Ghouls Alive. I think it's a very unique line. My Clawdeen, she works sometimes and then she doesn't. So I have replaced all my Ghouls Alive batteries. The batteries were not cheap, y'all. but I got her sometime earlier this year. And I know she works because the others work. Like sometimes, like I said, she works and then she doesn't, so she's probably in the phase where she doesn't work. A lot of people slam this line, but I think it's a very unique line, and I say that because the mechanisms are so cool. Like if you look at Rebecca's themes, like that's so iconic. Frankie's eats, Spectra's eats, Twilight's is but I do like Deuce's too. I feel like they wouldn't age with Abby and Ghouls Alive. Like she can glow, and then she has like the snow noise. Every time you clicked her, she would like glow. I know she doesn't do that, but you know, for the blog, I guess. I think that would be really cool. Or Holtz and his hair lights up. Like, why didn't they do that? No, I don't know why she doesn't work and then she does. Right now, she just doesn't. Like, girl, don't embarrass me. The outfits are a lot cheaper quality and less detailed than they are with like the first edition. Because obviously, this is the first edition Clawdeen, and then this is like the remake of her. And there is big differences. The skirt, the jacket is like not even a jacket, it's a vest. Top is gold instead of pink, but the shoes are pretty identical. And with Frankie, they made her outfit different as well. Everything is just different about them, but I guess they went with a cheaper look because the mechanisms cost so much, I guess. I don't know, but I still really like them. I don't think they deserve the criticism they receive. And for a little kid, like this is so freaking cool. Like I'm so glad that I grew up with these dolls. I'm glad that my dad also got me Ghouls Alive. He thought Ghouls Alive was so cool. I just don't think they deserve the criticism. Like, yes, they look kind of ugly. That's what makes them unique, you know. Next is Skulltimate Roller Maze Clawdeen. I love Skulltimate Roller Maze. That line is super cute. I think Skulltimate Roller Maze is pretty slept on. I freaking love the Wii game, you guys. Eats. I was addicted to it growing up. Clawdeen. I never had Clawdeen as a kid. I had everybody else besides Clawdeen. I think I got Clawdeen sometime earlier last year. I'm not too sure. I don't remember the timelines a lot with some of my dolls, but I know I got her in a lot with the other Skulltimate Roller Maze dolls, and I already had them. So I sold them and I got her for a really good price, and I have no complaints about her. I've always wanted her growing up too. I do love the neon green they give her. It's giving very much Dawn of the Dance, and I love Dawn of the Dance so much. I wish she would have green hair again. I would love to see that on her. Not in the new generation because I hate the new generation Monster High. I think this line is very, very cute. I love roller skating myself, and it's so cool seeing things that you love onto a doll. I wish we would just get this again. I don't like the new Monster High dolls. I don't like the faces at all either. And I feel like just the fashion senses overall has changed so freaking much. And I know they don't have the same designers anymore with like the mass-produced dolls, which sucks. Coffin Bean Clawdeen. This Clawdeen is the individual one that comes with the set. There are two, one with Draculaura and then her by herself. And this one is the one by herself because that's how I bought it, and the seller didn't have the Draculaura. I do want to get the other that does come with the Draculaura, but I'm not too worried about it. I don't really mind if I don't have it or not. It's just nice having variants. I used to own this Clawdeen growing up. I am still missing, I believe, some Clawdeens in my collection that I used to own. I don't know yet. I'll double check. I remember having this one growing up. Why does she have so much cut hair? Hello, I need to gel that. I've had her for a very long time, you guys. I've had her since 2020. She was one of the earliest dolls that I got, and in 2020 is when a lot of dolls were cheap, and I stumbled across her, and she has been in my collection for nearly 5 years, which is crazy cool. Like, you have been here for so long. Music Festival Clawdeen. I thought she was released in 2013, but she wasn't. That's why I kind of switched around some things. But she isn't. I double checked to make sure, and she was released in late November. Her face card never declined. I think it looks really good. This Clawdeen has like the most loosest joints though. Like, how does that happen? And she's in good condition too. So it's like, why are your limbs loose, girl? What have you been doing? Girl, look at it. Stay up, go. Go. Okay. Also the stand, you guys. With a lot of my stands, if I have like the same color stand already, like this stand belongs to Cleo from Dead Tired. I will literally paint this. And I painted it black because I just like having black stands. And it's kind of ripping now because it's been like forever. At least I can hide it, and at least she's on the top shelf. For Music Festival, you guys, a lot of the face cards on there are so gorgeous. Like Abby's, and then Draculaura's and Clawdeen's. Venus is, they have like the prettiest faces. But Clawdeen, I just don't like how they reuse a lot of the shoes. And then I believe we have seen this belt before. I have seen this belt before. I just don't remember who it belongs to. But these shoes are obviously reused. And yeah, I guess with like the basic budget dolls, they just reuse a lot of the same molded pieces on already. She's still here. She still eats with that face card. So next is Power Ghouls Wonder Wolf. Fortunately, this Clawdeen is incomplete. She doesn't have all her earrings, sadly. She has everything else. She has the journal that she came with, but it just sucks because I want my Clawdeen to have earrings. So I am hoping to complete her sometime. She's been incomplete forever though. And she does have some bad glue seepage right now. I haven't restored her since I've gotten her, which has been quite some time. I'm not gonna deal with it anytime soon because I don't want to. Wonder Wolf is alright. I grew up having her, and I just wish there was different characters in this line. Abby for sure, because she seems like she would fit that line so much more because she can use her snow powers and she can wear like a jumpsuit, and I just have a whole vision of it, and I feel like she would have suited that line so much. Oh, operetta. I remember saying that. I would have liked operetta because she could use her vocals to stop somebody. This Clawdeen, she is not one of my favorites just because of this color palette. I don't know what it is about her that I just don't like. There is some things that I do like I love her hair. Her hair eats, and I do love the curls they give her. I just need to restore this. Day at the Mall Clawdeen. She was released in 2012. My dad got me her for my birthday. He didn't pay $20. I wish he did. The only one that I'm missing from this line is a completed operetta, and other than that, I'll have the whole entire line. I just need the fashion packs because I love having fashion packs. I don't know if I'm gonna unbox her yet. I'm still debating. Her box is in like really good condition, but I do love this Clawdeen. I had her growing up along with operetta. My operetta came with a broken leg, which was awful. I do have her, but she doesn't have her whole completed outfit, unfortunately, but I'm glad to have Clawdeen. I missed having her in my collection, and I think my dad paid around like $45 for her, which is a little bit pricey, especially since she was originally $20. She's in the box. She's here. She's slaying. Like I said, I don't have complaints about her, and I'm glad to have her in my collection. I just really want her out of the box, so I'm hoping one day I'll find her out of the box super cheap and complete, and then I'll let go of this one, because usually what I like to do is I like to buy them in the box if I find them cheap or a good deal. If I ever find it out of the box, then I'll sell this one. I just like to hold on to it. And with her, I just couldn't find her cheap enough out of the box, so her in the box was cheaper than out of the box, so I don't know why that works, but it just does. Ah, they're all gonna fall. No. Dead Tired Clawdeen. She's the second release of Dead Tired. I have everybody from this specific line. The only one that I'm missing overall from Dead Tired is Rebecca Steam, the second version of Laguna, and I think that's it for those. But Clawdeen, I got her in the box. I believe it was locally. Got her with Venus first edition. I just haven't had the heart to unbox her because her box is in really good condition, you guys. And this Clawdeen, I do like her with bangs. She's giving very much Coffin Bean though. Like she looks literally like Coffin Bean's twin. Hello? Just different makeup. But I like her a lot more than I like Coffin Bean. I never had this Clawdeen growing up. I've always wanted this one. I only had Abby from this specific line. The very first release of Dead Tired, I had all of them besides Frankie. So I had Draculaura, Clawdeen, Gulia, Laguna, Cleo, and then like I said, Abby. But I was missing like the other release of Dead Tired. So I didn't have her. I didn't have Spectra, the other version of Draculaura or Laguna. So I do plan on getting Rebecca and Laguna hopefully sometime in the new year. Or if I find something on eBay or whatever, then I'll get it. But as for now, I'm glad to have her. Like I said, I am going to hold on to her If I find her for a very good price out of the box, then I'll pay for that one and then sell this one because I just don't have the heart to unbox it. I don't like unboxing my dolls, especially since if they are in really good condition. Like this box is like perfecto. Like literally there's hardly any flaws, just a lot of dust here just because I don't dust my dolls. But the box itself is really, really good. There is some slight damage right here, but babes, I have seen worse. Everybody keeps freaking falling. But anyways, so now we are done with 2012 and we're gonna go into 2013. So 2013, I never had this ghoul. This is New Scaremaster. I got this gorgeous gal last year for Christmas. I bought her myself as a Christmas gift because I deserved it, and I really love this Clawdeen. I love Clawdeen with a short bob. Always eats. The gel is washed out of her hair. I just never brushed it out, so it just looks good like this. I do plan on gelling it. I just don't know when I'm gonna do that because I'm lazy. This Clawdeen just looks so amazing. The New Scaremaster is one of my favorite lines. I know I say that, but with my newer released ones, I think it looks very, very good. And I'm just noticing that my Katrine is yellowing. Oh my god. I need to fix that immediately. They're right there, and I noticed and I'm like, anywho, look at this makeup too, you guys. Like, come on. Like, look at that. They did so freaking good with this line. Like, why is she not talked about enough? Why did I never own her as a kid? Like, how criminal of me. Next is I Heart Fashion Clawdeen. Her hair is awful right now, I know. This Clawdeen is very incomplete, unfortunately. I came across this Clawdeen locally in a doll lot, and she is missing a lot of things, but I still decided to keep her because, like, why not? You know, I do want to get her complete, you guys. I would love this doll complete. I think I Heart Fashion is a very cute line. It's just they are very expensive for no freaking reason. But yeah, this is everything that she came with. I think she came with like one other dress, but I didn't like it. And I think she's dressed in her third outfit. I'm not too sure. This is like my favorite lip color on her, along with Music Festival and the first edition. But I do love this purple on her. It looks really good. This is the lovely Ghouls Night Out, and Ghouls Night Out is super gorgeous, you guys. I had this Clawdeen growing up, and I'm so glad that I had this pack. The only one that I kept from my childhood was Venus, because Venus was my favorite. And I also had Laguna too. She was my favorite too. But they're at my grandparents' house, and I remember selling her, Rochelle, and Gulia, and I'm like, oh my god, like, where is Venus and Laguna? Like, I had all their stuff too. Gem, come here, come here. And like, I couldn't remember the longest time where I put them, and then my grandma was like, you know, you still have your dolls over here? I was like, what? But this Clawdeen is super, super pretty. I adore this one. I think whoever designed Ghouls Night Out did an amazing job as well. She's here, she eats, she sleeps, and repeats. This is Fright's camera action, and yes, she has marker on her face, unfortunately. Or actually, can I scratch it off? I literally just scratched it off. She's had that mark for the longest time, you guys. I'm not even joking. Ever since I've gotten her, all I could have done was just scratched her face. Like, hello? She does still have a mark on her forehead, which is easily fixable. I can't scratch that off though. Not that easy. But oh my god, I can't believe I just scratched that off. Like, what? I believe she does come with a headpiece or an earring piece, because I don't have her earring, and she's missing her purse, and other than that, it's all that she's missing. Just a few things can like really make a doll look so incomplete. Isn't that crazy? Especially a headpiece. Like, a headpiece can really put together a doll, which is crazy. I love this teal eyeshadow. I love it when Clawdeen's hair is in an up ponytail. Gives me very Schools Out vibes, and I'm here for it because I love Schools Out Clawdeen. I do like Boo York. It's not one of my favorite lines. And it's not my favorite movie either, but, you know, I still would like the whole entire line. I think all I'm missing is... I don't even know who I'm missing at this point. I have all the individual pack ones. I'm missing Viperine. That's what I'm missing. I would love Viperine one day. The individual pack ones are okay. Like, they could be a lot better. This Clawdeen, I just really want her complete. I feel like I would feel a lot better about her if she was complete. I'm not selling her. I was thinking about selling her, but I'm like, why am I going to sell her if she's mostly here, you know? Okay, now, this is 2014, and I don't have many dolls from 2014. I'm not really the biggest fan of the 2014, 2015 era of Monster High. I think 2012 is like the best era. As for 2014, 2015, I'm not the biggest fan. Now here is Claw Venus. I got this Claw Venus when I was in California and I went to this doll place. Well, it wasn't just dolls. It was like a toy place. And I bought her brand new in the box, I think for $35. And I deboxed her. No complaints. I have a Christmas video from that year, so if you want to check it out, please do. I would love for you to check it out. I am not the biggest fan of Freaky Fusion. What I do love about Freaky Fusion is, to me, I think it pretty much gives representation to mixed people. And I don't mean to be deep about it, like whatever. That's what I really love about it because, for example... Oh, hello? For example, Bonita is a skeleton moth. Sabrina Von Boo is a mermaid and a ghost. Like, you cannot tell me that it's talking about mixed people. As a mixed person, I love that. I love that representation, and I've always loved the movie. I think Freaky Fusion movie is so freaking good. The dolls, they don't give like they do with like Bonita, Nathan, you know, those characters. These ones, they look so ugly. Like, I feel like ones they mix with, like, they could have done better. Imagine... Who's a good one? I feel like they could have done so much better in this line. Let's just say Abby with Skeleta, or I don't know, Jennifer and Abby. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could have done so much better, but they didn't. They chose Clawdeen and Venus. Like, ghoul. Like, let's be for real. But it's still a really good movie, and I still love the representation around it. I am glad to have her in my collection. Like, if I hated her so much, I wouldn't have her. Like, there is something about her that I do like. And also, I'm low-key kind of a completionist when it comes to mid-monster highs, so that's also why. But we're gonna be done talking about her because, yeah. Anyway. And then lastly, from 2014 is A Pack of Trouble, Clawdeen. This Clawdeen came with her siblings, so Claudia, Claude, and Halloween. And also herself. Duh. But I love this Clawdeen. I had this Clawdeen growing up too. This was like my last big pack that I got as a kid, and I don't remember playing with them much, but I remember having them. I got them at Walmart. My grandpa got me them. You know, this pack was very random. I'm glad they did it though, because it's cool seeing like a sibling pack. But the outfits... Anyway, I love her hair though. I love it when Clawdeen's hair is like big and curly like this. It looks so freaking good. I don't like boil washing it because it just turns straight, and I don't want that. I love her face too. I think my favorite from this line is Clawdeen, because Claude looking real rough. If Clawdeen wasn't here, then probably Halloween. As Claudia, I'm just not the biggest fan of Claudia. Oh my god, I forgot I'm missing Claudia too from Fred's Camera Action. Hello? Oh my god, how do I not have her yet? I used to own her as a kid, and I still haven't gotten her. Okay, sorry, I've been super sidetracked. Yeah, here she is. There's really not much about her. She didn't come with a purse. She just came with all her siblings. And then lastly, my last Clawdeen in my collection is this beauty from Boo York. She was released in 2015. I never owned this one growing up, you guys. I didn't have much Boo York. I think Meowsades was the only Boo York doll I owned, and Nefra. I never had her. I love this lip and her makeup look. It looks really good. And I think she's very cute. Like, she is pretty cheap looking. Like, look at these shoes. Like, this is when the quality went really down, unfortunately. But I'm glad that her face card eats, because if it didn't, then I wouldn't have this doll. Like I've told y'all, if the face card eats and the outfit doesn't, the doll still eats. And with this doll, she still eats because her face is so freaking pretty. And her hair too. I love her hair. I got her last year. My dad got me her for Christmas. I found her for a really good price, and he got her for me. But I'm glad to have her in my collection, you guys. So this is it for my entire Clawdeen collection. She's here, she slays, she eats, sleeps, and freaking repeats, and I have no complaints about the older ones. The newer ones, but they're still really pretty, and I'm still glad to have a lot of Clawdeens in my collection. Clawdeen is a very pretty doll, and I'm surprised that she's not my favorite character. But I love every single one of these dolls. Even though I complain about some little things, you guys, they still look very, very gorgeous. But as for now, this is it for my entire Clawdeen collection. Appreciate all of y'all. Bye.